He lives in me. Mami mamu nyina kwa bawie me mamu aye ahanso eba ye dwumedie so neat Peace FM so eno aso gwe neat FM ni na timi kabom say ne bedia. Let's see how the various entertainment web pages no more capture story no and nebra ye nuan kopie ye court. So this one here says the Accra Secu Court 4 has ordered the release of mobile phones belonging to Shatawale and his teammates, which are still in police possession. Hey, police for now, the lawyer for both the dancehall artist and his teammate Jerry Avenogbo told Judge Emmanuel Esando that the items were confiscated upon his client's arrest and have since not been released. He argued that his clients are lifestyle and entertainment personalities who largely depend on their mobile phones. The police continues withholding of the same hinders their survival. According to Jerry Avenogbo, all pieces of information the police would need for their investigation are already on social media. As such, going into his client's phones would only serve to breach their privacy. Judge Emmanuel Esando thus ruled that, and I quote, "It is not the work of the defense to help the prosecution to do their case. After all, the accused is presumed innocent until proven otherwise. The phones of the accused should be released to them. The alleged offenses were allegedly made on social media." End of quote. The case has been adjourned to December 7, 2021. And Shatawale any medical any womo ka ho nyina omukopi ewo Accra Secu Court 4 na ni nyina ye case a obekai Babeto Jase wa publish a false news na enwechi kra no medical so ehunko for mu wono so womochi no enne womoko court na case no moko na so no na ora Jerry Avenogbo ye mrenim ne ogina honom saying ede ma Shatawale ede to court nenim say fiti bra ye police chi Shatawale ni nua mo ka o message on phones. Mobile phones, police for Yaji. Mobile phones in Sui, artists, they be no phones, or Muniamo Mujumedio Mudibebreno, phones in Omidi. Now, police for easy phones, mobile phones, not just say, and you ever see a fresh attack. Tis a fresh bulldog, so yo, boo, hey, what's up? Want to speak to? No. And lawyer Nini Church, Muka said, I know dear, and Chay, and Tiabaya. Court na police for emfa Shatawale ni ninu anmo mobile phones are police for ajo former dem for mom and judge fortuna asemi so Emmanuel Esando say asema o kan am say yes to asum enya defense no na beboa mo prosecution na mo mo case enti mo fa phones no mo fa ma dem for mom mo fa mo phones mom no mo fanye WhatsApp ni Facebook ni at least by now ke bia I say by now abaso mo buy o ma ye videos bi ni ade o phones be no mo dey say mo dey try say we I know be dia no mo dey try because by now ke timi nya hello Ghana people and I said onye phones be no anu akoto foforo anyway. So my member studio no hanum saying till ekua ni pa I had him saying Obi Nate and Kwesi ene so matena se na yen share enkomo no ase Obi Ada ona be fi a chentima mi sha se fi so
me say nyum na obo na ya menyum ma jiri nyina ma me ho
oh se wada
me hu a chance
me bo menyuma me bo usi ujima ho sa
oh dem say welcome me to welcome ni ade am so nyum we dia me dia
me na me welcome me ho
but that is good. Okay. First of all, me da was for the opportunity now me chetie for nyina so I think so over the weekend no me now for be ejiji award ahodro Mamefa wakonya we so na memo mu nyina congratulations omo mu win award nyina no your mom nyina congratulations my dear you deserve it especially Abeku Santana I think say oh no he's done a lot entertainment show of the year no okay but you know you be doing komo on another day but let me go to the substantive issue na yenka the economy I think say court issues we I don't so. But they keep going and coming back. within Omu states, within Omu jurisdiction, I think what the judge has agreed to by the case made by defendants, I think makes a lot of sense because Oshoma, I think they largely depend on gadgets near the idea we know Omu show base, and if it's within the law, say case in the crown is on social media until you can get there and then pick whatever evidence be a motion done to confiscate or more gadgets near the idea. So we'll give it back to them. For me, I think it's in the right direction. I agree somewhat. Only say I'm sure almost or more certain motive being here. Or keep it because Usha story now. I think there is a U-turn somewhere. Bakubi on the run, and so almost can say if they're able to get that person, it means that it will change the whole conversation again. Internet they want to keep their mobile phones near there, but once the judge has spoken, court up. I think the spirit of the judge is what we all listen to. And he said, "Judge, they say for Madia Modia." Say it has to be given back to them.
Okay.
Now or uncle leave your life back.
Okay. I mean, my telling so for microphone na mean here and one more court the case now quite share that for Bosum say December that also so but on mobile phones yeah for my dear family Tilly.
Good afternoon, Michelle Bibia o TM Bia and me kununu me no am industry no. Ma be pie mu ha ma ni aje pa ma je white just a victory pa na ba. So I'm very happy my two husbands are here. Baku ye baby na baku ye baby. They are both here to know me ni aje. I think sir, first of all, I mean, nipa no ade akoye no or post it was social media, even though or the phone post whichever evidence you need is on the social media. Even on mobile back crash still crash tawale and the fans are casa on that same social media, which means that the phone withholding the phone it doesn't really stop them from doing what they were doing or from I don't know which evidence again they are looking for, or if probably there's a way they were able to keep the I mean alleged gun they used to shoot him on the phone, or I don't know which evidence in tia or make keep Shatawale phone. But of course, I'm excited that they've released their phone to him. I mean, Shatawale has been online. We've seen him make posts. We're releasing and sharing the links. But of course, there are certain private things that keep your phone. So, I mean, everybody has their private life, and phone has become a part of us. It's no longer an accessory. It is a part of you, an extension of the person you are. Your call phone, so it's I think say if really it doesn't have any major impact on the case, or it will not deter the process in any way. I think it's in the right direction. They've released their phones to them, and if really they took their phone for a purpose, I'm sure now that they've released it to them, they should let us know, or they should let the artists know that when you see the phone, it's in your and then they cancel, and then they on for phone. But if really it's about the post, without the phone, he was still doing the post. So I don't really know what exactly it is, but then I'm just saying that. I mean, this thing is a step in the right direction. Hopefully, they are able to, the issue is able to resolve properly, and then our stars can still keep being their stars, because, they are, Charlie, they are, no. So I'm just glad that at least something is going in their favor, because artists, when they've been broken in the past, we go medical video, no. Why basa also crying ba is you El Chapo but when you brush with the law say baby, seriously, I'm just praying that as they keep going to court, everything be a from now senya assembly was a corner they can also have peace and go about their creative life. They are trying, but to me was still challenge deep down there is something, because penny pa big man get to leader pa no tin is wow, it's not easy. I'm out for bibi mu bibi afa man for mu. So I'm just glad that at least their phone, that is their private life, they have it back, and then they can do whatever they want to do with it.
Me da say Tilly ma Christiana sinsumbem na mintie ni kwezi
apom te say
microphone bebre do so
say ya na wo se ba ko be mbaye
but
na we wo virus kakra
mintie
kwesi I think say Mathieu various commentaries are minuanum amameki na ne kwanswa ane se police will be mobile phone in terms of for investigations me sure but now they me person me find out no say omoji mobile phones no omoji password there was so kan one say the buyer ko ba some person more access information with phone so because I know say
and yet too clear ask you whether omutimi access any information and police for one channel for now no ye nimsa information but I'm sure say we could check that one and see say whether were able to break into the phone and
because question say there are two things to this whole thing. The first part they say police need edge will be mobile phone keeping him for 2 weeks now yeah the brewer me me kwesi kra anka me make catch shut as our phone kra no money use kra bi because you never know what kind of things has been planted or the new man ya plant or so and I say the new man phone akofa yeah phone you bet me no communication we na dey na enti me kra there in as much as say you happy cell phone no ye dey ama no I may also advise Shatani medical management say phone no sa phone no kwa no wo mo fan to baby kra say bia o mo numbers bi wo so relevant e mo me use dia because you know what I'm talking about yeah for a police officer to be interested in collecting a phone from somebody and keeping it at this one. We know the security no more multimedia phones. So basically, media, in as much as the phone now, I still disagree. Say phone a bay or to baby. The second part of a kind report near actually imagine Kakran say the prosecutor now or my report to a court one. While raising one very concern, as I say, you shift the attention, cause our concern, nature, what is this? Or say, there is one particular individual who is on the run. Na say nipa na, kwese boy, say nipa na, oye on the run. Say, yet me, police in Saka say nipa na. There's a twist. Ebema samno any assassin. Enti na me pese me hu because na minimal days if you're following the discussion now.
Me too.
Police prosecutor no obema report no. Or say there's one gentleman bia or he's on the run. Say nyankopon ya don't police for Saka say nipa na. He's going to bring a different twist to the whole matter. Asabno. It's not I am Mama Jun I am na kakra say. A debe pa na ewo ho a bia sai nipa na wadwane no. Odeba beka ho a ama police ni ka say it will bring a whole twist to the matter. Yes, it was captured in the story.
Okay, all right.
And for me, that part no bibi as I say, yeah, try to be interrogating further near who sai nipa na nipa ben wadwane a. Or no, or them potted yeah, Cassa says, yes, I can't say any panani at Genoa. A bema case no, and Nimber Danny, Emma said the Yehunu Crano, and Conco Bassa. I think, sir, young fa Stellano, young fan Pabon tie in Yanamunachi. Na said the Bayer woman to menu muti did him because Tally for which a kisha from Shatter from 2020. Bet me from Chatter House Awards. Omo court ni police be do 21 so no atwa so sa and I believe say for any creative person no kwasi bibi sa atwa it may not be too much healthy for your creative works and one kasa wadwunu beda ho fan amawa ubetumi a practice wadwuma wo ye no it's not too good but I believe say Shatter bet me use sad situation way now what to match and when free sad no na what to me focus on the creative work here Ghana for we as man na no experts say obecha now more hits and more hits because for some time ni yen sheda nya hit be no from the camp of medical and Shatter and I believe say this is the time for them to prove what they have.
Okay, just to add, yeah, me the background is so police for so here to me and sana be on bet me phone on be kumu ankasa and also court na say mom sa order no. And because no munya sa to me in fi court in channel information amenya nche say nya dia they able to
access the phone
itself. Because court has my order no answer which me I said and court didn't give that into now that court almost some farmer that means some the phone the man back
but irrespective because it is still mean there on a personal reason say phone the mom krana a be will be krana on fanche and I said they shouldn't even use it.
Okay, all right, so interestingly Sir Shatawale by Wababa Bebonyum or the Enyumaba Jailman. That's the title. So yenti na memra na mimusa mo se muhunyum no se tiefo amutie so me asho se mubi ha bia mate nyum no krada da sen enyum no tie wo ye enyum ya oyiba yi a o de kan eniama wo so Shatawale enyum fofra wo fi jail by jail o si jail man what the aba and just remind you say medical so they be aba ye betia no so ye bebo no so amamna no so aka ho asem kakra but ma memra studio no hanum say na mim wisa me pain for omo ha say no muhunyum no in terms of in same way wo mu the rhythm itself anyhow or yeah nyum no considering the time kwesi it was saying nyum no
kwesi nyum
enyo da no aka say enyo da
I think it's like kakra from the experience I know Shatta to have the creativity the chorus lines we no to say or the yaudie no the toye nti wote yaw no e wo nwin more than the entertaining part na esese nwin na dem. And that's what I think.
Okay, mami ma Obi minti say
for me I think that enyum no more of the experience. What the oko fame or no. And so I'm not really paying attention to the beat or the rhythm on the or entertainment aspect of it. I think that Utienuma is a message he's sending to the powers that be. Say, Omunshe, Omomugu because states no more no. And yet, I think say Obia Koba because a reformative environment in Inti Okoba now we that exposed that when you come and see Uko cost now ba you want to share your experience and probably help in probably making the place a better place. For me, I think that content of the song, it's spot on for me. I'm not looking at the excitement about the song, but the import, the content of the song, is very important. And it's high time, as much as we are just a step away from the prison. So, and yes, and then to shut we will be quiet and be, no. We all have to speak about it. The prisons states, and we all have to add our voices to it. Unko prison, you go there for reformation, you go there for transformation, you go there to change from their way, And say also conducive as much as be for rest. And now for relaxation, now for luxury, say invest into the prison services, Let's do that. Local prisons Ghana general and for me, I think that is where we should focus on, and that is for me, Musa than the jamming of it.
Okay, well, Mami Matili na Tili Bintio.
Well, for me, I think Shatawale, that kind of artist, all the time he finds a way of creating a masterpiece after we're caught into trouble. Some best studying the partner most of the times say Obia and a dear and Abia BSc one nyom na ye kese. That is Shatawale, how he gets on also nyom. And of course this one is something painful or cold through. So me, I wasn't expecting much on the creative aspect of it. I was expecting say Abia as he said the content wise message your person communicating, he will focus more on that. Since say maybe your person will more creative and making us know, because over the years Shatawale, he has cemented himself as a good artist. This is a story he wants to tell. This is a message he wants to deliver. You know, artists, rappers, they are more concerned about the message than even the rhyme schemes. a lot of them, it depends on what they are trying to hammer down. Maybe at this point, Shatta Wale feels like he has to talk. Cell 6, cell 3, cell 7, cell 3. Who someone who person or can't. I know the rhyme scheme 3 7, it doesn't rhyme.
Okay.
Or it doesn't meet in a way. Probably he was heavy this time on the content and the message than your friend is saying the critic.
Me also question especially but because my so family dia kakra fantato na bia be more perspective into nya person kan. So me to say na me know. I think that by far me name a lot of the songs are shut up but when maybe there's an issue issue based and you know why ni amekai pa ye bem say tama me no need them awards I mean Ghana Music Awards some the command kakia na we jano or yeah those things. And if you listen to that song in particular in terms of the rhythm in someone no compared to this particular, especially with the rhythm, no, I think looking at the time bia or by any time or dia nyumwe except say bia or nyumwe kran sana bia oba, but if you look at the time then I think say why there in terms of how putting the whole thing together the words itself ankasana dear because this is the first time I meet you anyway, and just hearing it for the first time, me who the message I can't really get apart from all that I hear is okay. My name said that's the chorus. Jilma, no. The message is not too clear for me. I mean, just hearing it for the first. Maybe I said me said nyabotre SNT ni biona me who okay well sem na walk no. Saying of person chair, but I saying what's the reason? Just for I'm just venting. Ebia, and ya be a woman mu. And I'm a day to ja. Ana me pese obitie no sunya esuade bi wom se ono so nkosa atibia e ma me kom ya me kopie ya baby me kopie no. What really is the objective of this particular song? It's just like for us to jump to it or as an artist I've just come my the pain that I went through ya na me kom no. Let me just put it into music. Let me just put it. So I don't really care the message. I'm just putting my feelings. It's my feelings I'm putting out there on the music. I'm just waxing it. I mean, you people should just enjoy. What is the objective? If the objective is for someone to listen, now say be a on course I didn't really catch it too well. I
think sir, the objectives, no, I want to know me by the objectives was for prison reformation. If you uti and you objective ne woman in the boat type panel is prison reformation. Na kwesi permit me kakra. But the entire me say permit me kakra me say. Kwesi ye prison services, ye prisons ayewo. Da ben ena ye betumi take 4 bold steps sir. But be adru enough is enough. We are going now for all out to reform our prison systems. 1. We've had politicians going to prison, coming out and even forming foundations. There was one minister, was it Mr. Kanda Abodapi Bibisa, Kwezukaya, Oko prison, and he was Obayano at his position. Obeka na kwechem samwa Oko prison, Oko huye, and the need. Meno Kasei, even on I think your UTV platform. There is a program bia morana krana my guy be a programmer or co-prison a co-checking in Ghana in prisons said the nipa na we share footages are or the bout said the nipa a 3 daha ni 9 daha ni pro kumwa e ho kwasi anu so twemwa.
I'm sure say you bet me spend time to talk about maybe Anyama who prison and a brand cry and so but let's not drift too much.
But because at the same time, no, we've had non-governmental organizations donating a number almost every month, sardine, toilet rolls, everything to the prison services. And yet, one more has still a problem, sir. This is the conditions to which we are going through. Me person me find out bisa say would that such Shatanankasa call ya or ni medical call any domudo mwenye kongu any akwechen sama nkrofo kanu. As when is it going to be our issues at Ghana as our mind? Now let us look at our prison.
Because that's why I'm saying that this particular forum and yet the forum for one we are
Well. Quick one. I think sir, Miteo opinion now. Someone this is my first time also hearing the song. My first time I meet him. But let me just appreciate his creativity. That as an artist, in every situation you find yourself in, it gives you an opportunity to express yourself. And this was a very huge opportunity for him to be experiencing the life in the prisons now. Or person amount for say, Unia, no matter who you are, when you get there, Ube said no, he called on the IGP, he called on the churches, he told them because they are suffering. And for me, I think that alone, even if I don't get the other parts of the song or the lyrics, that call alone makes the song achieve its aim.
Okay. That's Obinati and so on. Now, some medical dia to my name say, and yet, Shatawale Kwanse, medical so echo, which you musa, and Tionon so ebaye, Edenuma by Babe Boy Norman. But Mamin can comment in Kakrana, great tune there by Shatawale, Candy Live Coffee with that one. Nice tune, well done, Wale, Daniel Teria. And now you plead, you have to change for the better education. Educate the youth will be the best thing to do. But Shatta, you have a big platform and you can help growing youth. That's Ralph and Odiano by Ralph Thompson with that one. Now, medical so de yum abba. So we'll listen to that one. It's here for join me. Yentie na yamra na embedi medical so Edian ho and komo. This one from medical.
On the view.
Jaja know the reason. He give me healing. He knows how I'm feeling. As I not me, nobody call my phone. Won't pay my son, leave me alone. Oh, Jimmy, no time will come. Ube mwana time will soon. Every day I just say my prayer. I want my Bentayga, so I'm looking for the paper. Oh, the many man is wrong. Jaga me 247 and Jaga me. Jaga me, my dada, Jaga me. I can't fool ya, man. Jaga me. Oh, the many man is wrong. Jaga me. Jaga 247 and Jaga me. My dada, Jaga me. I can't fool ya, man. Jaga me.
Peace FM.
Jaga me. I can't
Peace
fool ya,
FM.
man. I'm on to try your best on it. Ube gane. Emrene bedane. If you think say I go for Omale, I go for Omale. Piane Bayewa, Yemale. Intuesa, If I feel no more deja vu, no bangu, Jaja, give me favor. Every day I just say my prayer.
Peace FM.
I want my Bentayga, so I'm looking for the paper. Oh, the many man is wrong. Jaga me. Jaga 247 and Jaga me. My dada, Jaga me. I can't fool ya, man. Jaga me. Oh, the many man is wrong. Jaga me. Jaga 247 and Jaga me. My dada,
Medical with Jagguide. Near or DPA any or buy experience Tilly. I was saying
I think medical is still having problems with people in the industry because on also message all saying no. With that junior come that prison. So many say you won't even wish prison on your worst enemy. Today na who you cause say or name you was say or lucky up crowd be a friend phone. Which means that really the way he felt, the way he was, speaking at the industry, say,
no police for I
say the way he was speaking, I won't mind you, craziness with you, I think, say, no, he's really hurt with people that Jama offense say now call and now for four. At some tone, no, Naka they would have showed up for him, no, because no, he's not sharing his prison experience. Say Shatawale, no, can Woma or Mudajina got the prison any idea? Any Woma they didn't show up for him. So I really don't know why more potty because yes, so I go on follow more.
But one friend, till one friend, no.
Why?
Or call one friend.
Let me tell you, madam, for
because officer who missed calls, at least missed calls.
I think that was what he was expecting. So Kobebano, Nanka missed call from sack from way. Also, wow, industry need domain. But if you're buyer, like you know what, I think it will be disheartening. Now Asama to Tilekini Paname buyer, menya one missed call. But you say, hey. Ain't me nemu kwana. Ain't you be not tendomi ana. Hey, I say what you mean by so disappear. Do you get it? I can relate because you know what? One way or the other, we all owe each other one in the industry. Certain interviews you will do for certain people, no, it's because you owe them one. And no, certain things people will do for you, they will because they feel like, oh, nah, many obia enough for fun, and you just you better not piece of family, Kasania, Korea, a little more than just ain't to be to me. Not say so. Oh, Nima a different case, but this is a big issue. Everybody knew. And what will be wrong for Obinate to call my wife in one friend in Poa? Come in, so Obi dear. Or Fred Bisawasi. Do you get it? And for him not to get that, I think he's pained. Like medical is really, really painful. Because also the video that came out now crying a banner or then the banner crowd bar video it became extra emotional because this is a state of woman. You know, in Kara they play some emotional card. Be all evidence a crowd woman. Automatically you are emotional.
Okay,
and so on the bayatin you know I blame me Crawford for not coming to his aid. No. Whoever did not call medical, medical you are down for shame on you because someone I guy in the pan.
May I say Obi Mami Tiwe? Medical Jagguide.
Well, interesting. I feel I'm getting the twist to the conversation, but for me now, I think he's being appreciative of the Ayamano. Not everybody loves you. Now unya sema and I be more. And I'm sure that experience is what he's expressing. I don't hold any issue with him. Although the way who knock say asema tono na akusia bwajam fela makafranka so medical what to say. Now abana want to she be acquisition na down for power. I'll be a bit disappointed. He's human. I think sir, for me, what I want to appreciate about Nyama Weye Kosono is the creative aspect of it and the morals behind them. Now, there's a moral behind Onono Nyomno. Say, ABI, say, Obi Mpenasema. It also means, I saw also checking life. Now, usher the kind of circles a womb and the kind of people you need to associate with.
Okay.
Now, as some tour, you have people who can come to your aid. Metie bibi tumia na me fafo na me fro. Agusa ba jipatwa asema to me. Because of sena me no tie I know you come to my aid. And as much as you be displeased say bia enkofu about to aid no, you also need to check the circles and the kind of network I want because and no will determine say bibi tuwa people will come to your aid, people will show sympathy or what have you. Okay. But don't also expect say chin people should love you. Nobody owes you the right to love.
Okay. Kwesi,
bra,
meet you.
Kwesi, I think say ne kroya ba kope. Na dia mehu kakra ne say we share the premise to which medical the case no ba ya picking up. Ya me say enka no kran Kwesi. Ekoye bibi te say afirimu, pofirimu ade bia. Womo kra na wo fie no kwa no ne bebre na kra name the subject matter asam na nkasa de sintia ne ache no kwaso nim say eduru ba bi kra na bebre kra adwen ne say bia adwen yo mo say because na danfo no shatanti ɛna ya chishata ɛna sɛ ɔno so akɔyɛ bibi ɛna yɛde na akɔka ho ɛna mo mienu na in solidarity enti bebre kra dwen koyɛ ɔmo sɛ medical issue no is in solidarity sɛ ya chishata nti or person kyerɛ so ɔno so dɔ no nti loyalty nti sɛ ya kyena danfo de a ɔno so de ne ho akɔso yɛ nkye no na ɔne na ankoka ho prison wɔ no. That is how a lot of people and bebre sana na nkrofo bebre adwen kra yɛ ɔmo up to ne oni nkrofo bebre obi kra kasa na na obi bisam sa medical business medical no yes why dey bebre kra nim de na why and nti me sure say out of sa you know it was the same thing na call nkrofo adwum ebia possibly na emma nkrofo that free will no for them to be able to expressively some my friend say ebia we are sympathizing with you and I say bia bibi say oh you have to say bibi say what I say na man nkrofo nya clear mind as to how say my friend okra na asem na me then na me koka asem na unti ase me asem na ese me nti ase me then na me kofa na makoka san why was the way na picture but because shut at the end there now it was it built up there was the build up and it was heavy but medical then there nti me who say money in fashion bombo bia say obi no ana industry no be hate no and I say because see one more money medical ne be catch say medical onye nipa obo onye ubehu so nam ha and so he's one quiet person and he has a small circular or pretty very you don't call landing shane them onya fella won nchen a or sorted because fella is fully packed 3-pack 4-pack or shane nchen do hia no e won nchen full option so what does it I mean said that here one onya 360 woman around and that's what you need they no hia no and an sakai no into uboko medical or share them ono be medical circles and to say shatter ubon so oni haja foreign nam ha oni we wa ha how many times no one say medical cro ni we oni say wa me here wa ha no so otiwe kem how many times would be pa obi won kan tell me difficult to see medical say oni anti sa no nipa otisa no onya asem na say bia haja foreign and tro bibia it doesn't mean say o hetu so when you asem na say bia kwe nipa antro bibia wanka bibia amfa ho a it doesn't mean say bia o hetu wo circles na wa build no and na bia circles no and so you had those few and indeed you didn't call court so you saw the circles were there fella 360 was there to represent one marker now for 1 or 2 they were all there in solidarity of it and into no money in the obi an ya say and obi enemy be obi an so obi tan and say bibis I disagree with sir assertions now when say out of this situation no say medical enya sir intentions be the intentions has been altered as a result of normal okomuya we as the industry people we sincerely apologize for that but it is not as though say obi ni no hatred be obi ni no be
Obi Asuma.
I do this on behalf of the entire.
Are you a spokesperson?
I do this on behalf of the entire creative industry. Let
me just I'm sure sir you download the music and listen to it. Ja Guide by Medical. And Jailman by Shatawale. These are 2 songs that they've just released after the experience of Munyai. But I think Medical, Kakra Mekane said, you see, Medical is a young man.
Yeah, very young.
Yeah, very young. Only. Yeah. So, near Makanon, maybe I'm never talked to and say, we are say, oh, say, if you know, oh, we are say. So some of these things, you see, we say, Obeshia be brave on a boom, but he should know, say, so be any hokramana. I mean, your maker is up there and is there for you. So, kana come to him now. I say, Yaudi be brave, won't move, say, a man for. It's part of human nature until so I think because he's young on shad until we are say and who near my baby will be say, but
and so the feeling to me muda. Sanka so the for one into me muda. And Adam for ya the crana you overlook them.
yeah.
And now for a mokano, sir, and a mentias.
So I apologize to them.
And now for a mokano, one more way,
Oh,
they are not there. And moreover, phones no come, must say, first question. Phones are not police of
Could it also be said the kind of circle I want and the kind of help they can give? Before I say, me circle ye, menya politician, menya lawyer, menya a creative art spokesperson. It's your samba, meaning say, I didn't lawyer now frame me. What you say?
Moment when main kind comments in the Kakrana, the other issue being so I want my baby Dihun Komo. Victor Crepi says Shatawale was daydreaming, but after he got there, reality set in for him. And Habiba Miz says 3 days in sales and they have suddenly turned into motivational singers. Nyami Ayebi. Fifi Benji says when you listen to the music very well, it relates to Major Captain Mahama's sound he did for him sometime back. He wants the public to feel the pain down there. It really makes sense and touching. And I thought Shatta Wale said he wanted to be in jail for life. That's Van Dakon. Well, I'm sure say honum dear, you free honum and or dear you free honum cry.
This dial is hot. Stay tuned.
Best radio.
News on your number one station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes take off.
That's my baby doing so not no nayabo. Your next issue. And come on, it was so I baby DFI and Yumtuni Samini. Dagate. Na Samini over the weekend and I drive FM din komo na sa en komodie no mu na e ba be hwe ni apone ho na ya hwe ensem no bia wo de to dwa Samini asema wo kan se sisi ade senia nanke ati Samini was Stone Boy and the Stone Boy is my son, that's father and son na was say Stone Boy ya niama ba kumienu bi na sen wo industry no mu a ama odi ho ya papa na yentie ensem a Samini di tudwa bra na woni George Kwe edi nkomo wo ye Joy FM so na memra na mpinifo ye maji eyo madwenche Samini.
I'm saying
that's good.
Yeah, we're not as close, but we're not enemies, because I believe that when someone realizes that there's some sort of miscommunication or something has been misconstrued and they want to address it
and make it right,
is better. It's a halfway solved problem than someone saying you can go to hell, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because there are typical instances. If you look at Asase Clash was about to happen. I was in Canada minding my business on lockdown. As a dancehall artist and as an A-list dancehall artist for that matter, if you see an opportunity and you know how to bite into it, you will be a part of the trends.
Definitely.
So I heard from grapevine that there was going to be a clash. So I tweet first. My tweet influenced Asase to drop the artwork for that clash. I tweet first. I hear about a clash that's going to happen, but I think it's a mismatch because this is not how it started. And everybody in Ghana here that wants to maybe argue that fact can argue with themselves, because we were here when Bandana decided to call me out and pick on me. And we were here when he went on UTV to go sit and say, I did all that because I wanted to be big.
Yeah.
And I wanted to whatever. So something like that could inform me saying, if you're trying to match that person that you used to pick on me, that we've not finished this.
You figured that would have been the perfect opportunity to kill it.
Yeah, so I figured, yes, but then I knew that the clash would happen anyway.
Yeah.
But I knew what to say to Trend.
Yeah.
To say, yeah. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
To say, it be me and Wally for Boxo.
Yeah.
No be Wally and my small boy.
Yeah.
So basically it. And then, I don't know how he took that, but when he went on the interview with Shawnee B, and Shawnee B asked him, what's up with Samini? They asked both of them. So Bandana throws it to him and says, if it's Stoneboy in father, we be go fit talk. Then Stoneboy goes, I don't know what's wrong with that guy. When we needed him to support those times when we needed him to back we, really back we. He was speaking it in patois. I don't want to speak that here, but he said whatever he could say to make me look like a laughing stock and a desperate guy crying for attention in some corner. When you know that what I said was fact in the first place, that is a mismatch. And then secondly, you know that during the gunshot issue, during the gun issue at the music awards, VGM, you know what message you sent me the next morning, and you know what response you know what happened. Apart from that incident, different other incidents, like when something happens and it's about to go down and he knows that everybody's going to be at him, he has a way of linking me on a message, and I have a way of telling him, cool down, maybe don't talk too much on radio, maybe do this, maybe do that. So if I know that me and you have that rapport, and I hear you on radio say that when you need me, I'm not there, it hurts. It makes me sit and break down. Like, is he saying that to just keep the thing going? Or is he saying that because now I don't know what's happening, but it looks like if I am part of the thing, then he doesn't look as prominent in the room anymore, because I didn't get that response. I let that slide. Yeah? Then the main clash itself happens. Then you're on stage. Then Wale goes to select one of my songs. Then you take the mic and go like, if you're going to select a song, you're going to select a song from a father who sold his son out, from a godfather who has sold out. How did I sell out Stone Boy if Ghana can answer me? You see, those were the things that hurt me, because I don't know how or where or when I sold out Stone Boy. If you have done that interview with Shawnee B and you know you have messages with me that I am always there for you. I have done radio interviews based on what you've told me. I would message a radio DJ and tell him, put me on your show tomorrow morning, I want to talk about my guy's thing. Based on what message you've sent me, low-key backdoor. Say, I beg, if you no say nothing, it's not looking good. So someone like that, if you go back on air and go and say, I no day for you, thinking I don't have a mouth to come say anything, one fine day, I'll sit on joy and I'll also get emotional and I'll probably spill a bit of it like I'm spilling now. But that's just me giving you the inside of what pained me and how it made him know when he heard that from other people as well. Then he reached out to let me know, say, I know say something to bore you, I know say something pain you, but it's not entirely like that. There's a few things around it that I would like to explain to you personally, so you know, say, but you know the politics of our game, but you know that this, but you know that. And I'm like, don't worry about it. It's easy. But then I know that forum is there for us to sit down. And like I said, I'm not going to hold grudges, because I also have people that I would want to forgive me for things I've done.
You've done.
Yeah, so it's love still.
Peace FM.
Right, so Nyumtuni Samini, osi o yaudie bipa wo mu yaudie ni nyina ne kyerɛ sɛ nsɛm bi a ebre bi atwa mu Stone Boy kan de fa ne ho sɛ papa ben pa na wawo ne ba asase su hanom sia wo hyɛ da ton ne ba no sɛ me papa ma wo me baba asase su hanom sɛ ti sɛ kusia wa ma wo me na me ton me ba papa o ton ne ma de na kyerɛ sɛ papa no onye papa onye ejapa enti sɛ wo Samini na wutimi ton wo ba de ne ma obi dia na kyerɛ sɛ wo nyɛ ejapa. I say, what is a Stone Boy? Kaka Sansa. I say, me, da be na me Samini me ton Stone Boy. Me ton da be. Unim se nya me ne wontemu tie pa. Empo se nsem bi kra to wo man mu hanom sia. Backdoor kukwem e wo niam e bia wo sere me. E frɛ me patcho se bia me nkase. Enti se ukogina bedwem na se ukoyete se bia me a me your papa no say bia me yiwa mama ton ene ne ka ho a na che se odwene ho a wonte ase na niam bi saa no yade a odi hu ya papa na asem ne se niam ase na ya na yemfa ne se industry yade a mo ye na o wo mo dia trendy aye nkomodie ene ne ka ho ntie ya na yemongu ana yemfa no asem hia sanate utie ensam na Samini kana oba be wie no what can be akwa say, oh, we dear akwa bibia. Stoneboy no cry na kasa so papa so nim say yedwuma de say na city tada bi ansem bi say no ya na etimi gina to ayampia ne ka ho but sa na ususu say sa na samini fa no ana ohun ni say ana otimi say na osi ka no yawde woni mu no nso betimi di ekire nsem bebre na bia ediaba na sa nkomodie ya oni George Kwedi wo Joy FM kro yayi wo ba be sha ase no waka bibi natie memmo eno ma na memra studio no hamse na empenifo yes antie samini biom.
I'm too old to sit here and lie or throw dust in people's eyes or fake. Me and my younger brother aren't as nice as we used to be or as I used to know him because of certain occurrences that I did not expect during or along the line in our careers when he had become independent and I was also still A-list and still am A-list.
Otini okano. Wase wonye no honya atwom antina radio so no anka se woni Stoneboy wo muntemu dwo ana bibia eye okay. Waka se wotena radio so pa no akasa dia na che se woni nyame anim nokore. Woni nyame anim nokore. Enyama nko yesa enyama anye jojo between on Stoneboy.
I'm too old to sit here and lie or throw dust in people's eyes or fake. Me and my younger brother aren't as nice as we used to be or as I used to know him because of certain occurrences that I did not expect during or along the line in our careers when he had become independent and I was also still A-list and still am A-list.
So Samini no memra studio no see na ya meso dwengum enye ebotai no anyomtifo mi no we otia tum se eja ene oba asem ho asem ne yekan kwan ben so ne ebetimi aka aboa na ashumbie nso beba Stoneboy ene ne papa Stone wutie wi a o papa so afom na otim se o papa ya odie wonu enti kwan be fa so am betimi aka na ashumbie beba kwezi me sha se fuse o etie enkomodia Samini what it to George Kwedi ni mo Joy FM over the weekend.
Yeah, kwezi edu ba bia sase etumi kamba bia nokura ba akope na edu ba bia se etumi hwe pani anim kaza nokura na kire no se kasa okan Samini ankasa yi the comma
no conversation okay
the comma
I saw no see yaudie wonu mu
yes let me say
okay
yaudie no Samini no na ma sa yaudie no ebae and it's important for us to look at it and say that ye kind of kura no say oba watete no ene Stoneboy shata ekoye what is on babe show na penimu no obeka say Stoneboy ene shata performance no mismatch na wo ena efatawa what are you then saying
kwesi na umaya ohe umshishana obatuna say bia oni obi nati na muti efe bakum na abatuna obi nati ni akoda ketekete jan toto na me so say wa obeka say obi enye utipani nya akoda we na so me ana so ni me face anu kan wakabon kwesi
yan kan no krento say creative art industry adwuma na ye no enye cocoa farm bia obi wo fa de agya no ye chiche na waka say me na me ye pani enti 2 acres na me dia creative art yan kwon sa artist bia and all ye table actually ya celebrating Samini ya celebrating Manabroso obia anod the trend table here ya kan nema waye ne performance ability o so much of stage craft ya kan wasam but adwuma na ye no ti ase se obia woni period a owo ayi eno na anod ka kire guru a na guru open abon wa hanum no because wo level a udura wo top 100 baby so dura wo baba 50 obi wakora awotete no obaba ba hiti akọ 100 one was the adwuma enti obi ko 100 a na wo 80 a celebrate the person who's at 100 because you have also been once you have also been celebrated at 100 before degrees before it doesn't ɛno no ma wo din awo no samini na awo no ɛso nte dabi ɛno ma mo kura na kyerɛ obobia ɛno no ɛkyerɛ obobia nte sɛ wo ko tuti sɛ wo matije bi asumasi na be ko akra, but as a godfather I'm also coming to add my strength and power to back them up. Then obiti achira, you may mean well, but the way I would twist it, then the coin, you ridicule the young man's personality even before the show. And I will rebel against my father for doing that, because Stonebwoy suti achira. Obe wone say ne papa sabi o buna nimtia ewo nipa dodo anim. That is how Stonebwoy also felt. And a ma on so koka say baby here ne mo ano. He didn't support it. And of course, the young man was justified in making that assertion.
No, Saminika said, "Oh, the Ben I main support too."
What I say? Now, sir, debut. Now, so what? Who support to Bano? I question to why. So what is say Oba? Ye Manchester United for? Sabi problems from wo ina coachy every. What is say? Because we firstborn. Ya appointing the coach. Was it Debbie? Me Bano de on fata. Na me question about me am ye papa no. Me mo na mo fa me coach. Obana wa wo no. Don't you believe in your child? Just I want you Obani in this Obani bet my coach.
Samini said
because it come back to the
was your ne bandana Satawale Tokwano Omunkunvie. Omunvie enti onya Tokwano man no finishing.
There be that because yeah and to quite anya possible. Anya possible. And as I say because you do baby as I say what tia say anya possible. Do baby Obani no finish. How are you going to finish it?
Tell say Tokwano.
Pana what can I assume Nelson to
Tokwano Crano. Stonebwoy. Nkawunya ntokwa ebe na nkwa afre na papa. Ntokwa miko kunyu. Na unse I te say David Goliath bie. Na nkodi ni engosra ata wichi. E de gu so okay. Was it one more Satawale Crampo no obona mane say what ye say ne ba kokun.
Artist, no. Kwesi, artist, no. The artist, your son is working with management. And the management, no, acquire Jumadia together with artists, and I broker a deal, a supposed deal for a clash. And now, Papa Wati, Papa Wati, and Okrano. So, any comes be an answer issue be a Nipa Nansanka, we are ya parents, oh, meba. Say no matter say only a yiba be you. Nte bia nipa na won ne kwakokono kra no. Me kra me na hia kwahye mantokwa first one pen. Ne twade anya say no to ne twade say no ye no nti ntokwa na akọ ne kwakono. Ye ni say.
Kwesi tie we tie o de tie ade we.
To inform me personally about that clash. The fans and tell Stonebwoy to inform me personally about that clash. I don't have to hear it on the street, and I don't have to hear it from Bandana before I hear it from Stonebwoy. Because guess what? After my tweet, the next day Bandana himself found my number and linked up and said that this and this and this is Wagwan and they are about to do this. Do you understand me? Yeah. So now, I don't have a problem with him having a concept and an idea to try and make some, moves, you understand? But call a spade, put a square peg where it needs to be, let the round hole be. You understand? Sometimes Samini too has to talk. Sometimes Samini too must rant. Yeah, even though I'll be careful with my choice of words and my mannerism and my demeanor and stuff, but sometimes the ball, Charlie, Stonebwoy, you know how me and you did. Yeah, I dey expect that this thing where you people plan, no? Like you go link me and tell me, say this is Wagwan. I don't expect Bandana to be the one that linked me to tell me about it. Yeah, so I still dey wait for your call. Yeah. No be any gidi I still dey wait for your call.
Okay, Kwesi. Minim say bia ye ka say na bia Stonebwoy friend na bona mane da.
Kwesi.
Wasi ade ne say entokwa no kra no wo mo kwa akoko no. Yeah, say ka obo papa mane, say obo papa mane. Wa man papa mane. Obi a wonu nsus obi a onya ne ba no. Woni pa akuno no krampo ye ne mfa so huni say ne tamfo bi no. Ne tamfo rather mbom atimi ahwehwe ne number. Afre ne say hey me no ba no ye de kwa I mean, how say Papa me 200 me I want to say
kwasi medical catcher say creative for the juma na ye no enye cocoa farm ni ye chiche enye cocoa farm a ye chiche and wa obi akoka say me justify anti no say bibia program be so krom bia no stone boy ko program bia so bo ne papa mane ansa wako adentino samini ogrumu stone boy ogrumu ne say o man opportunity atete ne say ono so betuma benyini ababe fapem to become a big one, to become a stone, and the young man is now a stone. He's grown. Me my firstborn Samuel, and then any birthday, happy birthday, 15 years boy. I look at him, and there are maybe why he or me say, hey, he's picking up from most of the things I started doing as a young boy, and I'm so proud of him. So actually me bani ba no ba be yeah. Producer now be manager be I should be proud of what that boy is doing because me na me tete akwara no say wo samini wo tete oba what is emana nyina you don't need to have any problem say ya first stone boy mpa na bia be ya o ya say me man for me bana kwa ewe na mom the moment abate say because one family high grade and nyonyam na eba ma hefa e koma high grade say stone boy ne okọ Grammys no stone boy ko win Grammys attribute no wo sameni ebi be count because he was your own training no and na oba nyina kokodu sa but sa what is oba oba nya Grammys nomination now ko interview now ko kase I should have been me ne papa and I sanka me nya nomination first and sana me baston boy nya which na be we sana you are casting doubt on your own son. You are ridiculing your son in a public platform.
Me ma untie we na me ma react to it na me ma home so na me ko union mo makai na samini kan bibi and only yaudia besi na utimi se hye se stone boy timi ka se ono no he sold him out just I say waton ne ba no we waton ne ba na ma atamfo na we yi ne ba no ama that no samino ni sell out like unse can't sell out what ton me ama matamfo wo mu man ka bia nka obeta mechi no and na wo mu ton me ama yentia no na memra na menje wo adwenche kakra wo sa asemi a ebeto dwe
do you want some more? You play Colombo. Hello. We are the masters of the road. Hey. Yeah. Okay. Hey, stop boy. Yeah. Your father said, "I tell you something." Ask you, tell him. We are the masters on the road. No matter how them run, we are the fastest on the road. Babylon can't stop the rasters on the road. How we set the trend, make them fall upon the road. We are the masters on the road. No matter how them run, we are the fastest on the road. Babylon can't stop the rasters on the road. How we set the trend, make them fall upon the road. We are the masters on the road. No matter how them run, we are the Samiri, I give up, man. Oh, he had if it not be say because of sell out way some father sell out like you know being friend with this one today. If you don't be sell out, your father sell out. Like you be friend with this one. We are the most rich. Yo, keep quiet, make a talk. What did they do so?
Okay, all right. So, where Assassin Sound clash, bra. Stone Boy ni Samini clash no more day face so. Shatawale di odine chi obe prewa tumo. Enti Shatawale no kofa die ba no kaka so hello hey I got call from Samini eno jina no yes no say benya call from o papa Samini wonum say eno boboy na Stone Boy so ntimi no ma Shatawale pre no kotum no so keka bi kire ne papa Samini say enye se me papa na waton mi ama wa enka wo nkene wo nyonkune me papa kwesi asem no I believe say me say Stone Boy 8 year kakra me de be ka kire no awie and say never bite a finger that once fed you
say regardless of pain bia Samini ne papa de beye no advice am de be man na say man nhwe saa eyi pani kasa no ho enkogina saa platform ni biem na o man no nkotia because nyame say nka no krani anya careful nhire bia ewo mu a bia eye wo dia bless na de ma ho ebewi achi no you are justified o asema ye kan sa woto bo ase ye wotampa na ye analysis na pa ye proper postmortem a ubekoma ahunu say no Stonebwoy has every right to do maybe to react and I say whatever he's saying but you see
but Samini the only right to
Samini so Samini was right the two of them are obia buafu enipa mienu bufu a obia was right o until say court better say bu say wo na wanye ne yie no enipa mienu no obia was right Samini so di yawo o say and I'm sure say ne yawo di apart from enema nketenkete akoso ni na no me sure say dia tete Samini pa ama ne buafu kese pa is the sound clash ano pa ne ade a wotum say ne yawo di ni na no aho pa ne kese na aho ne wo pa etimi mom de I want to believe say opportunity bia Stonebwoy ewo nketawode bia ewo no one ne Samini ntem no one more modern say obetuma use backdoor approach one na akwa father this is your boy will you train us to be on the streets it was a street language sana street the utiti no sana was ye koso a life that's how the street the dance hall life no dance hall life that's all about it's about the women it's about the gangs it's about the drinks it's about that it has a hyper lifestyle that's the culture now the titi no sana tie and permit me forgive me be a 1 or 2 be or trances be uncle ye okay. I'm your son I've come before you and I'm so sorry I believe sir ebema papa no the pressure and the BP asore no ebetumi aba form kama ama bibia akoyie either than that san to kaway say ansa no ntem na sa dia asore ya otans no ekoso no wanya careful dachi bi ebe share na fara ba wadansoma junction no enkoye nkomo papa
me da say Obi for microphone and I'm into you wait here
let me just appreciate you. Some of the questions you asked, or comment I need to get to me off the conversation. It just blows me away.
Yeah.
For me personally, let me just be blunt. I mean, you're very blunt on this case. That I think as much as Stonebwoy and Kaseye on the day of event, like Akwesi said, it's a clash, it's a battle. Things happen there. And I'm even sure so conversation here.
Yeah.
It even happened before the battle. There was a certain tweet I created issues with
sure.
What you say? I think that Samini for this discussion personally, forgive me, but I think it's becoming too petty.
Samini?
Yes.
But what you 70 year Obi? What you interview ni on George Quay things Saturday or say
yes.
Apart from the C was sound clash na say
yes,
or say on Shoni B koye interview
absolutely
am I at 2 what's up I mean you and your father and I mean Shatawale Mboga well that one the baby Stonebwoy being father make you ask Stonebwoy if you Stonebwoy nah oh forget that one when they need that make you help ourselves they help. So Samini said, enough dear na person channel said me when that uhiam wa me man wow for back door asem toa u fe chire kuntura city say Obi ebi anonymity radio she cause I first saw but ebi a back door now we are not saying father you see this is your son Obi Samini so on task here.
Well, see, I think that there's a certain say opinion. I think it's a writer. There are some of the things as a father figure, no.
Not to cry, no,
yep, fantastic. Yamani be woha when you even hear and out here, so boo in the because at this level, no, the father and the son are now playing on the same clouds, which is reducing your father level. If you claim you're a father, they say, dear Kono, Abema Wode Wobano, as a Mujina, Absolutely. And a more argument. If the gentleman Stonebwoy Eba no be reacting, na obe kasa. Now to say who is the father, who is the son. There is a maker say pet. They say I'm expecting that he would overlook these things and see say if he's depending on bar if I do something against you, that a clear example. Funny face, Father Dixon, Bolare, Adebayo. We heard what they said, what Funny Face told them. Omar reacted. Why? Because they are playing that fatherly figure. Say, me dia chero emeba. Onim dia woye. And sometimes even the father, as a father, if you want to prove your fatherhood up, you go backstage and do the calls and resolve the issues. Don't come to the public and display your emotions. It takes you off the father figure. And Mercy say, I don't see Samini and Stonebwoy as father and son. I see both of them as artists. If you claim you are a father, please stay in that state because a original end that form. Oh, your papa, about to be bibi. That sometimes you just catch them and put them behind and solve it over there amicably and man them back inside. Unless for me it's a showbiz thing. If it's showbiz, that's fine because Samini, he knows he's growing and he needs to be in the conversation.
But showbiz, even if we take it on showbiz,
yes.
What I'm here by the time baby showbiz, no matter now brand there be a baby now brand on Siatino because I be now kind of man for say also a penny, dear na papa so want to yes, you are using it and next year you discuss it. So you think that I'm using it to get the hype. But what I'm here about the time being hype near Santa Tiwa.
Absolutely, and I make a same way no. Imagine say or do or no castle what it who dear coso, but Stonebwoy and the bar until by all means he'll be able to resolve this issue. Or Munja same way man, he'll handle Stonebwoy. That is the conversation of the father. But you don't go spilling out Nyama ewo kukwemu diaba. Oh yes, sape, you free ho. Let me say this again. The Shatta Wale Stonebwoy Samini conversation is about three kings. They want to prove who is still on top. And Samini will say, Nebano air rises very fast. You can't compare them in the same stage right now. Stonebwoy is far gone. He has, I think, he has one of the largest following. If we are sharp. And this is the time, Samini, you even have to associate as a father than going to open dead wounds. Oh yes, Ape, you mad the waters. The certain respect and for the man. Listen to the interview. Very emotional. Very, very emotional for me. Two emotional people, a father and a son. So who is the father? Who is the son? I think for me, being objective, if Samini will get back to his fatherhood state, no, maybe I don't need to even have such conversations in the public as a father. It would help his brand put some respect and some legendary taste on his brand than go down and play with sons on the floor. Oh, about the sape and no nyam na nkofu edi no esote and yes, my man can be so say sons no. I agree, and I say this: never go to the market with your father selling the same drug.
Okay. Oh, dear, me him film. Tilly, mommy, tear yemi, Nian Soinko.
One more Macassin, your fathers. One more Macassin, your fathers.
So you have to separate yourself.
May I mean your father and your mother? I mean, I think Oma from Penny side, my mention from business side. I think so if there's any artist aside Samini in our era, why you make it trends for social media, you follow this kind of clash new conversations that deserve to clash Shatta Wale Stonebwoy. If there's any other artist, because in the era or the most recent issue see between Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale that Emma even clash no cry something worth waiting for. Because any kofo na mo question of VGM or sabia to eba e kofo we na omo ye this track e dey say omo ho ba ko nine na we they have been able to build that anticipation for a moment where we are all expecting say omo ko gina stage na omo dey affairs so say omo ye na. And no business person will pick Samini at that point, looking at how the most recent beef between Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy tear over Stonebwoy. It is purely business. I don't mean him the entire.
In other sense, what Samina devalue Anna?
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying that Oni Shatta Wale might have a beef, but in recent time, the people that go for shows that patronize things like this, no, are people that have seen the Stone Boy and the Shatta Wale one, not the Shatta Wale and the Samini one. And now they make an own say. We are more recent, we are more hot. Bifa or Moko and say, almost some crowd at home or courts, no. I would want to see how it ends on stage. What you say? And to me, a business person, I would put money behind that one than say. And besides, I don't know Emra a cousin TM fan say Obia Baha, Wabo Obinate, now Oshami or Janshina or Bumia, Miss Brian Kobinate, Obinate on Bo first, and Sadamabo. Meanwhile, was someone that was a penny permits with him, Miss I tell meeting me, I don't get it. I don't know which law. See, I'm not saying ever that Samini does not deserve the fight. He deserves the fight, but I think in recent times too, Stone Boy over the years, the pain he has gone through. over the years, the pain Stone Boy has gone through in Shatta Wale and Semuno. I think he also deserves to be on that stage with him. And I don't know if there's a problem with fathers in the industry. I feel like they want you to go far, but not farther than them. Why is that so? But because I think this was a big moment for your son, where you should have rallied behind as a father. Because this fight, only some play the card here, but there could have been a second match between Ono and Shatta Wale. They are now open because there is also an older generation of people who want to see that beef between Samini and Shatta Wale resolved. Also rekindled. Resolved. Do you get it? And to me, I think that the Asase Sound Clash people, they did it strictly business. Why more recent that the youth have grown to understand it, know the story behind it, would rather pay to come and watch Stone Boy and Shatta Wale. And see, I don't get where the emotional part of it comes in. And you see, there's a part of Okas Shatta Wale can't be Emma Stone Boy, I can't send Papa and yes or yes lauta. I was thinking Samini, all these years of experience, he will see that a showmanship keke. Showmanship keke. You know that Sir wrestling, you go share wrestling, one match is here. Before the match, the big games, at you fight a snippet, it's not Oma yabi, oh, this guy, I go big town. You're not saying things so that it will pique the interest of the viewers, waiting in anticipation of the big night. Exactly, for ticketing, all those things. And what's what can be now you'll be can be any. Unfortunately for Samini, he was a stray bullet womb. But I was thinking that with the years of experience he has garnered in this industry, he should have known that when Nyaya talks, just to get people excited about what's to happen on the class. So I don't know why this thing, and I feel like there is a bigger problem behind the scene now. There is something. But the way in the area because closely when you Father,
there is something more to this issue.
Seriously, if there's anybody else aside Samini that has ended a beef with Shatta Wale, Stone Boy. Okay,
all right. So, Madam Asimpeni for you basically are saying, but I'm sure, sir. Never go to market.
Don't go to the market selling the same drug with your father.
They don't teach me to sell the same drug.
No,
no,
sir.
That is it.
No, you see.
No, because you can't pick me to be a bandit. I shouldn't be better than you.
My advice. Say, only question Waji. Oh yeah, entertainment show host. I go see the same show now. I don't know which anyone. If I try to beat you.
No, wait, but no, hold on. Then you should have trained me as a TV presenter.
Oh no, Papa,
Samini ni a Stone Boy. Edrube no moto.
I saw moto dancer. It's moto dancer.